So I have been following Kanan Gill since his pretentious movie review days, and I have even attended his stand-up live event in Pune. He's one of those few people who has me rolling on the floor laughing every time. And he reads. He had suggested some books on his page a year ago, and it is a very long list, and I have made it my life's mission to complete reading that list. And so here in this video I'm going to discuss two books. Yes, only two books recommended by Kanan Gill. So let's get started. So the first book is Into the Magic Shop by Dr. James Doty, MD. It's a life story and a self-help book by the author. I chose this book first to read because I think that you can learn a thing or two from other people's lives. It's a story about how poverty-ridden Jim, whose parents were not financially stable, got into medical college and eventually became a neurosurgeon. The story doesn't end there. Like every person makes mistakes, so does Jim when he realizes that there is much more to life than just making money or earning money. During reading this book, I realized one thing, that people or we realize certain good and bad aspects of our lives when we have already lived that part of our life. Like when the author writes, teenagers crave freedom, but only if they are standing on a safe and secure base. If your life doesn't come with a stable family, then you crave for the sweet and bitter familial relations and not freedom from them. We also get a gist of Jim's hard-working life when he gets a new bike while mowing other people's lawns, and that bike is his most prized possession as a boy. Another quote that stuck with me throughout reading this book was, "One thing every human has in common is the first sound we hear. It's the heartbeat of our mother." This is the human connection, the basic human connection at a very minuscule level, and it is yet a very important one. The author wanted to become a doctor not only to help other people but to also earn some money. But the main highlight of this book is the connection between spirituality and magic. Little Jim enters this magic shop to learn some of the most amazing magic tricks by Ruth and exits with spiritual learnings of a lifetime. But the realization dawns on him that these magic tricks he learned were nothing but spirituality, and the stage to perform these magic tricks was nothing but one's life. And what makes this realization sweet is that the author and the reader have this moment at the same time. Isn't it magical? The second book recommended by Kanan Gill is 4000 Weeks by Oliver Burkeman, which persistently highlights the short human lifespan and how not to take it for granted. In the first few pages, the author criticizes the hustle culture and how it is pressurizing humans to work actively, nonsensically. I agree with the fact that 1 hour of focused hard work surpasses 14 hours of mindless activity any time. If you think about it, what author has written, our hate for Mondays, our love for weekends, need to raise our hands while peeing, and being indoors on a beautiful day. If you think about it, it's not a human experience but a more robotic one. One line which hit me hard in this book was, "The spirit of the time is one of joyless urgency." What he means to say that everyone, including me, is running after something which is invisible and thus impossible. Yes, you guessed it right. It's time. You try mastering time, but you end up being mastered by it. This book is a perfect example of how humans are forgetting to be humans and more like machines, running away from confronting our emotions. And if you think about it, it's true. We are slaves of time and technology. I love this book for a whole lot of reasons, but the one thing is it's blunt, raw, and a true shot at the entire humanity at the current time. We should accept that we as a race are vulnerable, easily disposable, and perishable by this vast universe that surrounds us, and that is the exact reason why we are humans.